Everyone. Welcome to this weekend vlog. I think I'm going to do a weekend vlog this time. I'm off work today, but I wanted to sit down and like catch you guys up because it's been over a month since my last vlog, and I feel like there's so much we need to chat about. So remember that secret project I said I was working on? I submitted it, so just waiting to hear back about that. That was really cool. So I set myself a deadline to prepare from August 1st to November 1st, and I submitted it on the 4th. So I was a little later than I wanted to be, but I submitted it, so we're good on that. And then there were some complications with things. So let me give you guys a lawsuit update. So I think last I told you I had filed the paperwork and we were waiting for our 35 days, right? So when you file a lawsuit, at least in my county, I submitted all the paperwork. I submitted I didn't submit evidence, but I submitted like a timeline of events, which is kind of like, this is the full kind of description of why I'm suing. So the landlord has 35 days to respond to the court about either like, no, she's wrong, blah, 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 or like, whatever. They have 35 days to acknowledge that they received the paperwork and will be continuing forward with like fighting their side of the case. So I submitted that on September 26th. I want to say 2.5 weeks later, I had noticed that I had filed the paperwork wrong. I'm suing my landlord as an individual. Let's call him like Craig. I was gonna say Craig David. I don't know. That sounds like an actual person. Let's call him Sammy. No, I was gonna say Sam Jackson. These are real people. There's a Kia right in front of me. Let's call him Kia Soul. I'm suing Kia Soul, and then I'm suing my leasing office. So let's say I live at 123 Sesame Street. I accidentally sued 123 Sesame Street LLC, but the actual LLC for my leasing office is 123 Sesame LLC. So I caught that mistake. I went back to the courthouse on October 13th and I paid the $10 to have it amended. After that, I just kept refreshing the court docket because of course I'll always get an email when something happens, like if the landlord responds or if, you know, I don't know, anything comes up like that, I'll get an email from the court, but I always check it myself. So I keep checking the court docket, and the change that I made was not being reflected. And I was like, that's weird. But so I was like, okay, maybe the court, it takes a long time, whatever. So one day I checked and it still wasn't changed. So I went to the courthouse and I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, I submitted like the amendment, I paid for the amendment, like, and it hasn't been amended in your system. And they're like, oh yeah, because you didn't pay enough money. I said, huh? I only paid what the person in the finance division told me to pay. They're like, yeah, well, you only paid $10, but since you have 2 defendants and both people need to be reserved with the correct paperwork, you had to pay $10 per person. I said, well, why didn't the person in the finance division tell me that I had to do that? And she's like, I don't know. We were going to issue you a check for your $10, and then you would have just had to completely refile your entire case. That's not fucking happening. She was like, let me check with the finance division to see if they issued that check in the mail, or if you can just pay the remaining $10 and then we can amend it and reserve them. They checked. Of course, since they're inefficient, they did not mail the check back to me. So I just had to pay the additional $10, but their ATM wasn't working. So I had to walk like 2-3 blocks to an ATM, get out the money from the ATM, and then walk all the way back to the courthouse in the cold and pay that extra $10. Not on Friday. By Monday, the paperwork will be correct. So Monday, mind you, this weekend was already tough for me because work sucked, but that's all. We're gonna get into that. Friday, no change. Okay, Monday, I get the email saying, yay, it was amended. I was like, perfect. It was amended. It looks great. Like, this is all the correct information. Tuesday, I get an email and it's wrong again. So Monday on the email, everything was checked. It says Kia Soul was served again, and 123 Sesame Street LLC was served again. I'm like, this is wrong because it's supposed to be 123 Sesame LLC. So why is it wrong again? So I went back to the courthouse on that Monday, and they were like, well, first of all, here is our phone number and extension, so you don't have to keep coming back here. Why didn't anyone give me this earlier? Okay, whatever. But they were like, yeah, that's an error. I'm just gonna fix it right now in front of your face. So no one has to be reserved. You don't have to pay any more money, but it is now correct. And then they printed the paper and said, is this correct? I said, yes, now this is correct. So when they resubmitted the correct forms, my 35 days starts all over again. Not from the day on October 13th where I amended it and didn't pay the correct amount, but from November something, 11th, 10th, from when I went back to the courthouse for them to fix it again. So the 35 days starts all over, so I'll know by like Christmas time if they like answered, then we'll continue fighting. They'll set a court date. If they don't answer, it goes into default. The judge is probably going to want to look at all of my evidence, and then he'll make a ruling that way, and then the landlord has no right to defend himself anymore. My hope is, like, the first 35 days passed and they didn't say anything. There was no answer to the court. Like, I would have gone into default if the paperwork was filed correctly the first time. I'm hoping that that is the case again, but also now that the paperwork is correct and my landlord and the leasing office were both reserved, like, they might be like, oh snap, this is the correct information, let me respond to this. So I don't know, but that is currently what's going on with the lawsuit. Now, I have been heavily planning my return to YouTube. I'm thinking about bringing back Beat TV in some capacity, because I know Kenny JD kind of transitioned her content into something different, and I kind of want to do that as well. Like, of course, I want to ultimately be a lifestyle fashion beauty creator, but I do want to continue to do the thing that y'all found me for. I just kind of want to do it in a different way. So I've been planning that, and I've been planning my vlogs and all of those things. So I ordered myself the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 for my vlogs, because the vlog camera I have now is kind of big, kind of bulky, and it's the camera I use for everything. So when my camera broke, I want to say like, I gotta be over a year ago now. When that camera broke, I ordered the Sony ZV-1F, I think. And I kind of want to have two separate cameras. I kind of want to have one for vlogs and then one for like my sit down content that I want to bring back. So I ordered the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 because I have been like stalking this camera for months. What you doing? Stalking this camera for months. Seriously, just tried to pull out of the damn parking garage without looking and damn near hit me. But I've been stalking this camera for months. Like, all of my favorite creators use this camera. It looks so useful. It looks like it'll be like great for me to film my workouts and be incognito without having this big bulky camera around. Like, it's actually really, like, I was really excited about getting it. So I ordered it on Amazon with Affirm, and then I placed a second separate order for like a little tripod and a case for it, right? So I send all my Amazon packages to an Amazon locker. It's in a quick check that's like by my house, and it's just easier for me because I've had a ton of packages stolen because of the insecure mailing system at my apartment, which is driving in Jersey is insane, which is another reason I'm suing my landlord for. Get everything sent to an Amazon locker. I've had no issues with this Amazon locker. The only issue I've ever had with this Amazon locker is that one time I got my package and I opened the envelope and it was empty. But it was a very small package, so like literally all I had to do, like, they just reshipped it and it was fine, right? So I ordered the camera on the 15th and it got to the Amazon locker on the 18th. Today's the 20th. And then I ordered the accessories on the 16th and it got to the locker on the 19th. So I was like, why would I go on the 18th and the 19th when I can just go on the 19th? And something in my brain, like, I was gonna go to the lockers before work yesterday, but I was like, I don't want to bring this expensive camera into work, and I also don't want to leave this expensive camera in my car in the cold. So I'm like, I'll just keep it in the lockers where I know it's safe. I get off at 7 o'clock, I'll just go straight to pick it up, and then I'll be able to play with it at home. 7 o'clock, I leave work, I get to the quick check, let's say like 8 o'clock, because I left work a little late, so I left at like 7:20. Let's say I get to the quick check like 8:15 p.m., right? I don't know why I'm giving you a full rundown of the times I was there, but let's say I get there like 8:15. I get there, go inside. The lockers are gone. I'm gonna put a picture. The entire system of lockers are gone. What the fuck? The kid behind the counter, he's gotta be like 19, maybe 20 years old. I'm like, is there a manager I can speak to? He's like, I'm the assistant manager. I said, like Cardi B meme, where's my package? And he's like, oh, I don't know. I wasn't here this morning when they took the thing away, so I don't know. I stay in the store while I'm on the phone with customer service, and I'm on the phone with them for maybe like 20 something minutes. And the first customer service person is like, well, just give us a call back on Friday because there is a 48-hour wait period for lost or missing packages, and we can reship it. Keep that in mind that I just said that. I hung up and I was gonna call back and get another representative because you need to reship my stuff immediately, like today. This camera, $600, right? I don't know if I mentioned that I ordered it with Affirm, but we're gonna touch on the Affirm part later. I wanted a different representative who could just reship it today because I've definitely had that in the past where a package was, when I used to get the packages delivered to my apartment, if it was like missing or stolen, they were just like, oh, without even me talking to a representative, they're like, oh yeah, we'll reship it. It'll be here this day. So I'm like, oh, I want one of those representatives. So I called. Next person was just like, oh, well, we can reship it. And I was like, okay, can you reship it to a different address? These lockers don't exist anymore. And they're like, okay, let me see, let me try. Where would you like to ship it to? I give them an address of a different Amazon locker. Because still, I don't want to get it shipped to my house because I'm not letting my $600 camera sit on the pavement, especially if I'm not 110% going to be home. Because it can say, like, you know, delivers tomorrow, but like what, tomorrow at 5 p.m. and I'm at work, or like tomorrow 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. and I will be here. So I was like, can you ship it to a different Amazon locker? They said, okay, let me try. Can't do that. Okay, can you ship it to a different, like my friend's house? Try. Can't do that. I can't change the address. I would just have to reship it to the same address where you originally shipped it to. Or you can just get a refund, wait for your refund, and then replace the order. So I'm like, so the first person who I disconnected with, I hung up on. I didn't hang up on him, but the first person I talked to said, call back Friday and we reship it. So that guy was gonna reship my package to Amazon lockers that don't exist anymore? Is that what you're telling me? So I was like, okay, you guys can process the refund, but can you refund at the very least the accessories back to an Amazon gift card so that I can reorder, like, because I know when you get your balance back to an Amazon gift card, like you get those funds within like a couple hours. So like that I can at least reorder right away, and then they can do whatever they have to do with Affirm. They're like, okay, it'll take like 3 to 7 business days, but we will get that back to like your Affirm, and then you'll get the gift card amount to your Amazon gift card, and you can reorder it. I was like, okay, cool. Click. The first customer service rep that I spoke to, who said call back Friday, he tried to track where those lockers were being moved to, and he said he could not find a location as to where those lockers are being moved to, because I would have just driven wherever to that new locker location to pick up my stuff. He said he can't track where those lockers are going. He has no idea. So I have to wait the 5 to 7 business days, but it may take longer because it's not going from Amazon to me, it's going from Amazon to Affirm to me. Because like, even though I just started my payment plan with them, I have my like down payment, they have to like redo the whole loan term thing, so whatever. Like, it's gonna take a pretty long time. So kind of frustrated with that, but that's that. And then I was having like issues at work, and I went to my happy place, which is the Met, which you guys probably saw in the intro. But that is kind of the catch up on everything. Whoever has my voodoo doll is whooping my ass right now, I'm not gonna lie. Right now, I'm on my way to Garden State because my job does Secret Snow Person. We don't do Santa because Santa is like, Santa's Christmas religion, whatever. So we just call it Secret Snow Person. But I hope y'all enjoyed the very long yap of what's been going on. Morning, everyone. It is Friday and I'm laughing, but like I'm actually my life is a freaking movie. So right now I'm on my way to the gym, but yesterday was some BS. So I went to hang out with Isaiah and I was meeting his boyfriend for the first time. So I didn't want to stick a camera in his face. I feel like that's rude. Like, hey, we're just meeting, you're gonna be on my channel. You know what I mean? Like, that's just not, to me, that's not cool. Jesus Christ. Big freaking SUV parking on the corner, and they parked all the way out so I can hardly see, so I can make my left turn, whatever. So I was like, I didn't want to be like, hey, we just met, I'm shoving a camera in your face. I feel like that's rude, you know what I mean? I didn't vlog that, but literally as soon as I get home, it's some foolishness. So I like get home, park, and I'm walking into my apartment building, and one of the ladies from the leasing office is there, and I can tell she was like trying to knock on my door. And I was like, may I help you? She goes, oh yeah, I just want to check if there's a leak in your apartment. And they've done this before. Like, they come around, they ask, hey, are there any leaks? Because I'll put like a video up. There's been leaks in the hallway. Like, there's been leaks in the hallway. So like, they'll usually come around like, hey, are there any leaks in the apartment? I say, no, there are no leaks, and then they leave. But she's on the phone on speaker with somebody, and the lady on the phone that she's talking to is like, you need to get inside that apartment. But she's like, oh, do you mind if I go into the apartment? I said, yes, I do mind, because you're supposed to give like 24-hour notice. No one told me you were coming, and I'm not just gonna give you access to the apartment. And she's like, okay. But I hear the lady on the phone that she's with still saying like, no, you need to go in, you need to go in. And I'm like, mind you, I just told you guys yesterday that they were served earlier in the week with the updated lawsuit papers, right? So I hear the lady on the phone go, you have to get inside that apartment. But I closed my door because, bitch, who the fuck who's gonna let you in just because you said so, especially without proper legal notice. So I hear her knock on a few other doors. Well, I hear her knock on like 3 other doors because the walls are thin, so I can hear everything. She knocks on the apartment, like let's say apartment 5. She knocks on apartment 5's door. They answer. They speak to each other in Spanish a little bit. She knocks on apartment 6's door. Nobody answers. And apartment 6, they notoriously do not answer. Like, when I have had maintenance come to my apartment, they have told me like, hey, do you know anything about the guy who lives in apartment 6, because he never answers the door, and I know he needs the maintenance. I'm like, no, I've never, like, I've seen him maybe once or twice in the 4.5 years I've lived here. But he's like, yeah, he let me in one time to do maintenance, and then every single time after that, he's never opened the door for me again, and I really need to get in there. And I was like, no, I'm sorry, I haven't seen him. So she knocked on apartment 6's door. Apartment 6 did not answer. She went upstairs, knocked on their doors. I couldn't hear if the door opened, but she was up there for a while, so I assumed like they opened. But I didn't hear her, like, I didn't hear footsteps above me, so like I can assume that they didn't let her in. They probably just spoke. So yeah, 20 minutes later, bang, 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 bang on my door. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I didn't answer right away, but they keep banging, keep banging, keep banging. So I take out my phone and I go into voice notes and I start recording. So, and I don't think I'm gonna put the recording here until the lawsuit is over, or maybe I'll put a little snippet. I don't know, but I'm not gonna put the full thing. The full thing is like 6 minutes. But I'm like, who is it? They say it's my city PD. I'm like, oh. And they're like, yeah, is there an emergency? Called us, said that there was an emergency in this unit, and I said, there's no emergency. He's like, there's something about water and leaking in a pipe, and I was like, there's no leaking. As I told the lady, there's never been any leaking in this apartment, and I showed them the hole in the ceiling in the hallway. I said, there's been leaks coming from that pipe, like, and you can see where they've attempted to fix it, but there's been no leaks inside this apartment ever. And he's like, okay, well, like, can she just come in and do what she has to do? She called us saying that there was an emergency, and, you know, it'll probably only take her like 5 minutes or so. Like, just give her access, like, we'll be right here. I'm like, whatever, because I don't want to cause any trouble with the police, because they're cops. I let them in. It's 2 cops, one guy standing in the doorway and then one guy standing in the unit with me while she's like walking around. And she's obviously in there for bullshit, because she's like checking for leaks, but literally all she did was like turn on my shower, works, turn on the bathroom sink, turn on the kitchen sink, looked at the pipes underneath, like, that's it. But she was walking around my apartment taking this video. So I'm like, this is not how you check for leaks. Like, you don't just turn on and off the shower and be like, yep, no leaks. Like, no, that's weird. That's really, really weird. As he's asking me, like, have you ever had leaks? Like, have you ever, like, do you usually communicate with the landlord? I said, I've never met my landlord. Like, I have only ever communicated with the women in the office. So he tells her, you can't do this. Like, you said this was an emergency. This is not an emergency. And you can't call us just to gain access to her apartment for routine maintenance, especially at 5:30 in the evening with no prior notice. You cannot do that. And the whole time she's just like, okay. Like, she's not saying anything except okay. And he's like, this probably isn't your fault. Like, you just need to communicate that to your office, but you cannot just call us to make her open the door for routine maintenance. Like, this has to be an emergency for you to call us. Also, before I go in, I forgot to tell you guys this part. After the woman tried to get in, I emailed the leasing office like, hey, y'all need to give prior notice because you can't just request access to my apartment without proper notice, like by law. And then I also detailed some other things about the case. I got an email back maybe 15 minutes later. Well, we tried to call you at this number and we didn't receive, they put in the email, stupid bitches. They put in the email, we didn't receive a call back or a response, but we need access to that apartment today. Okay, just because you attempted to reach me, also this phone number that they said that they called has never been my phone number. I don't have that phone number in my contacts. I checked, like, maybe was this a phone number of like a prior job that I had that maybe I put down as like a secondary something? Like, no, this is not my phone number. It's never been my phone number. It's not a phone number I recognize. I would have never put that phone number down. It wasn't a previous number, like nothing. And she's like, oh, well, we tried to call this number. We didn't receive a response or a call back, but we need access. I'm like, that doesn't, first of all, you're really stupid for putting that in writing. But also, like, just because you attempted to reach me, mind you, every time I send them an email, I put my phone number at the bottom. And I know they have my phone number because I missed a maintenance appointment and the maintenance people called me to reschedule. The maintenance company called me to reschedule. How would the maintenance company get my phone number if you didn't give it to them? And emails I've sent them, I've put my phone number at the bottom. So you have my number. But just because you attempt to reach me does not mean that you have provided proper notice. Obviously, you know where I live. You could have printed out a piece of paper and stuck it on my door. You could have emailed me. We frequently communicate through email because every time I call the office, I'm almost positive they have my number blocked because they don't answer. I've had to make text now numbers, WhatsApp numbers, Google phone numbers for them to answer the phone when I call them. So you know my number. Just because you attempted to reach me and you admitted that you could not reach me does not mean you gave proper legal notice. And I hope the judge sees this bullshit and is like, yeah, you're dumb. Give her every fucking red penny she's asking for. I'm gonna go to the gym and work this bullshit off because I'm mad. Good morning. It's been a few days since I have filmed. Last you saw, I was screaming at the gym over my apartment complex just being awful and sending the cops to my house. Since then, Saturday and Sunday was fine. Monday, yesterday, I did therapy with my girl in the morning, and literally immediately after I do therapy with my girl, I was like, you know, let me do some dishes so that I can make food for work later. And guess what happened? I turned on my sink, I washed like 3 dishes, and my water is cut off. They cut my water off. Mind you, I don't pay my water bill. My building pays the water bill. So I called them, no answer. I emailed them, no answer. I called them again, left a voicemail, which I recorded for the court, but no answer. I just keep thinking of it as like, the more illegal, horrible stuff they do, the more money they give me in the lawsuit. And also, like, they wouldn't be trying to intimidate me and do all this stuff if I didn't have a solid case. I got them quaking in their boots, so I'm trying to keep calm with all of that. But the water got turned back on within like an hour or 2 hours or so. That wasn't enough time for me to cook, so I ended up buying lunch out yesterday. Today, I'm off. It's Tuesday, the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. And right now I'm on my way to Whole Foods because I'm picking up an Amazon package. So what got delivered this morning. I'm at a red light, but do I have time? Yes. Where is she? Look at what got delivered this morning. My Osmo Pocket 3. So I'm picking up the case for it. I don't know why I thought the creator bundle that I ordered came with a little mini tripod, but it doesn't. So today me and Isaiah are going to American Dream Mall, and I want to find a little tripod for it because I want to film at the gym. So I gotta do that. And also while I'm at Amazon, while I'm at Whole Foods, I have to return my Halloween costume because it was like a sexy maid costume, and it wasn't sexy maid Halloween, it was sexy maid lingerie bedroom. Can't wear this out the house. I know y'all don't see my full body often, but your girl is bodacious. I am a triple D. I am 190 pounds. So I was quite literally spilling out of that costume and would have got arrested if I wore it in public. It is getting returned, and I got the option of Amazon credit. So if I don't find a tripod while I'm out today, I'll just order one on Amazon. What else? We're going to American Dream because Isaiah has an old iPad that he wants to trade in. I think he'll get like $170 something from it, and then he wants to buy a new iPad with that credit. So it's so trippy driving, and then I see my old car like behind me, because as much trouble as my old car gave me, I loved my old car. I love my little Jeep until I destroyed it. I missed that car, even though I was spending like $600 a month at the mechanic. I will see you guys at Whole Foods. So I am dropping off yeah, hold on.
Anything else?
That's all. Thank you so much. Just want to take a look around Whole Foods. I'm like hardly walk in here because so many people. All right, let me stop playing around because I actually do have to text Isaiah to let him know that I am on my way to American Dream. So let's do that. All right, so Isaiah's not done getting ready yet, so I can take my time going to American Dream. That means I'm gonna take the no toll way. So I will see. It's 11:30. He said he should be there around 12. So that's good. So let's get there. Let's get parked, and maybe I can get a snack before he gets there. Like, George.
There's literally 2 more people I can shop for in this mall.
All right, hold on. It's so yellow in here. Oh, okay. So we're back from the mall. I just put on cheaters on this. Okay, it's not cheaters. It's Caught in the Act. Tammy Roman's thing, whatever. But I just want to show you what I got from the mall. I was supposed to be Christmas shopping for other people, but what I got is so like important to me, so I wanted to show you guys what I got. Steve Madden is having their holiday sale, and these shoes I had seen in the window. I think my picture in my phone says February 2024 when I first saw these shoes and the bag, and it means so much to me because I wanted these for such a long time, and they were 50% off. So I got the shoes for $50 instead of the original 100. They didn't have the bag in stock, so I had ordered the bag to be shipped, but it means so much to me because this is gonna be so embarrassing. I asked my ex to buy me the bag for my birthday, and he never did it for me because I guess I was just like at the bottom of his list of priorities. Got me to a point where I was like, I don't even want the bag anymore. I don't want the shoes. I don't want none of it. But I saw that they were on sale, and I love this bag so much. I love the shoes so much. And I was like, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna get it for me, independent woman who don't need them yet. So I got the shoes. What else did I get from the mall? Oh, and then I got BS. I got a hairbrush, some socks, and a water bottle. Gym stuff. Always, all I buy is gym stuff. But right now, I'm about to heat up my leftovers. We went to Yard House, and then I'm gonna do something with my hair. I've been wearing this scarf forever because my hair looks like crap. So you guys are gonna watch me do that, and then I'm gonna straighten up the apartment, and then we're just gonna get ready for tomorrow. Day. I just got out of work. It's a little after 6 o'clock. I'm lying. It's 6:43. We are outside of the gym. I'm gonna see if I can film in there. Like, the parking lot is packed. It's really packed. So I have a feeling I'm not gonna be able to film because I'm not gonna have anywhere like set up my camera. I feel like I'm just gonna be trying to like squeeze in between people. It is the night before Thanksgiving. I went to work. I worked 9 to 6. My coworkers, I told them I'm not doing anything for Thanksgiving. Like, I'm not going up to my mom's house this year. I just needed a Thanksgiving off from all the driving and then doing like work right after, but then doing Black Friday weekend. I was like, I want a Thanksgiving off this year. And all my coworkers are like, well, you can come to my house. Well, my church is doing this. And I'm like, I'm like, well, you can come and get a plate for me. And I'm like, y'all are so sweet. However, like, this is not sad for me. Like, I'm big chilling. It's just another day off for me. I just want to relax before the crazy that is Friday. One highlight of my day is, remember Angie from Bad Girls Club season 7? I rang her up today. And I've seen like celebrities in my store before. Like, there's this one TikToker that I really like. She's really nice. When she was in line, I was like, that kind of looks like Angie from Bad Girls Club. And then she put it in her BI and I was like, that is Angie from Bad Girls Club. So I called over one of my associates, and I just kind of like let her stand there for a second until Angie walked away. And I was like, that was Angie from Bad Girls Club. And she like tried to run after her to get her to turn around. It didn't work. But I was like, oh my God. But I didn't say anything to her. Like, the TikToker girl, I said to her, like, I said stuff to her, like, oh my God, I love your TikToks, whatever. But I didn't say anything to Angie because I'm like, what am I gonna tell her? I like the way you beat people up on TV 15 years ago. Like, that's weird. Oh my God, like, how cool is that? But yeah, so right now it's back in biceps, but if it's really, really like packed, I think I might just do cardio today because I skipped my cardio day anyway this week. But let's see what we can accomplish in here today. So I'm about to put something on the TV, edit a video for a little bit, and go to bed. Last you saw, I was in the parking lot of the gym and I was about to start my workout. Today's workout, not so hot. I did a mile on the treadmill, and while I was doing my mile, I did my Google Calendar, which was really good. I put all my shifts in for the rest of this month and all of next month, and then I put in my workouts for this week and next week, which is really good, but I need to like plan content and all that stuff, plan lawsuit work. So I went to film my workout. I was able to get down onto the floor to work out, and it was packed. And then I went to like pull out my camera so that y'all can see me work out, and I left my SD card in the car and I didn't want to go back and get it. I'm still debating if I'm going to the gym tomorrow because tomorrow is Thanksgiving and I live in the middle of like 3 churches. So like there's one up the hill, there's one next door, and then there's one down the hill. So if I move my car tomorrow morning, will I get a parking spot? And if I do go, that's what I'm saying. If I do go, I will try to film it because I suspect that not a lot of people will be there and I won't make anyone uncomfortable with my whole like tripod setup. I've been seeing a ton of progress in my body. Well, okay, I've been seeing a ton of progress in my lower body and some progress in my upper body. And I know that the reason why I can't get like as much progress in my upper body is because I eat the wrong stuff. Going forward, I'm gonna try my best to eat better. I did do grocery shopping earlier in the week. I did on Sunday. Today's Wednesday. Yeah, I did on Sunday. But the grocery store was packed, of course, because Thanksgiving is tomorrow. And we had nothing in the grocery store. So hopefully once the holidays like die down, I can do an online order. Is this shirt backwards? It sure is. I'm trying to lose fat. I'm not trying to lose weight because I like the weight that I'm at. I'm like thickums, but it's thickums with back rolls and belly jiggle. So we need to be thickums with big old booty and thighs, which we have, but we don't need big old belly and back. I need to wire my mouth shut like Kanye West. I know we didn't like speak much today, but I went to work. I'll talk to y'all tomorrow. Thanksgiving. I just left the gym. Today was quads and glutes, and I was wrong. Remember last night when I said like, oh, probably not a lot of people are gonna be in there? A lot of people was in there. But right now we are going to Whole Foods, 2 Amazon packages to pick up. One is like a tripod for my Osmo Pocket because I had to use my big bulky tripod, which I think I'm gonna keep in my gym bag. I am also picking up some disposable face towels because I've been saying I need those for my gym bag too, because I do a full skincare routine at the gym. So I needed those to dry my face because I forgot I needed those, and then I was like drying my face on my t-shirt for a while. So I needed those too. And I'm also gonna look at the hot bar so that I can get like a Thanksgiving dinner for myself. Opted out of Thanksgiving with my family this year just because Thanksgiving is always a lot for me. I didn't think I would be sad because Thanksgiving is usually like so frustrating for me between going to Albany, going back down to Jersey, to go back into New York to go to work. It is always a lot for me, kind of like sad about it. It is what it is. So we are just gonna go into Whole Foods, get my stuff, see what the food options are. Maybe I'm delusional because why do I keep thinking these places are going to be dead on Thanksgiving? I'm thinking people are sensible and prepared and planners and will be home. And they're all at Whole Foods. Like, first of all, also very delusional because I should have brought a reusable bag in there and didn't. So I'm like carrying stuff like this. I'm just, like, something's wrong with me. Like, I thought that they would have the full spread out for their hot bar. They didn't, but I was able to get some teriyaki chicken and some broccoli. So maybe, oh, and I have some lo mein left over from yesterday. Beautiful. So I could heat that up, make a little, it'd be really cute. But I don't know. Like, I couldn't even film in there. I didn't want to film in there. It was just a hot mess express. We're done, we're on our way home. I'm gonna do like my full skincare routine, take a good shower. And we're just chilling for the rest of the day. Might clean up, do some organizing. But I'm like, damn, why did I ever think in life that it would be mad chill, everybody gonna be home, like no one on the roads? Why would anybody be on the roads? Like everyone should have did this, but actually now you get to wait because why would you pull out like that? So I want to tell y'all what I've been doing all day. It's now almost 11 o'clock at night. I've done a whole lot of not shit today. I've literally just edited the video you're currently watching. I cooked a little bit. I made some Thanksgiving cookies, the little Pillsbury ones with the turkeys on them. And I've just been laid up all day. So tomorrow is Black Friday. I work 1 to 10, but I'm staying until 11 to help out my friend / coworker because she's there until 11 and I love her and I want to support her. Plus we have a visit on Saturday. So I want to like make sure the store is good with her before I go. So we're going to stay until 11. The goal tomorrow is to get up at like 6:30 so that I can go to the gym. Work is supposed to be catering lunch tomorrow with like Jersey Mike's, but I'm still gonna pack snacks because I'm not touching the food court on Black Friday. I barely want to touch the parking lot on Black Friday. I'm not navigating that mall. Tomorrow is supposed to be an active rest day, which usually means an hour on the treadmill and 30 minutes on the Stairmaster, but I think I'm gonna try to do 45 minutes on the Stairmaster on level 4. Level 4 is like the highest I'm comfortable with right now, even though that's so slow. Like I'm pacing myself because 1, your girl got asthma. 2, if I'm dripping pouring sweat on level 4, I'm not trying to be half dead trying to keep up with the other girlies. Like I'm going my pace. So I'll just see you guys in the morning. Good morning. Happy Black Friday. It's happy for y'all, but it's not happy for me because I am working from 1 to 11 today. It is only 11:30, but I'm like, I gotta leave the house early because I want to get parking and I want to get a Celsius before I start my shift. But I thought I needed gas, but I don't need gas, which is good. So, I mean, yeah, no, I should probably get gas, but I have a little less than half a tank, so I'm like, I'll be fine. I'm probably gonna get to the mall. If it's 11:35 now, probably get to the mall like 12. Little after 12, maybe like 12:10, let's say 12:10, and then just finding parking and then getting settled. And my manager's probably gonna ask me, do you want to clock in early? And I'm gonna say no. This is the makeup for today. The theme for work was like fall colors, so I did this like gold and orange thing on my eyes, and I have like orange blush on. I was gonna film it this morning, but I was like, I need every ounce of peace I can get before the storm. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna take my time. And this look took me much longer than it should have. I was literally vibing so hard getting ready because I was like, I need this. Did I prepare any snacks? No, because I looked and I realized I don't really have snacks, and I'm like, didn't I just do groceries? And I sure did. And I had a list, but I kind of went off vibes when I went in there because I was so overwhelmed from jump about the lack of things in there that I was just like, F it, we ball. And I was just picking stuff up from the grocery store. So I don't really have any snacks. The only snacks I really have are those turkey Pillsbury cookies that I made yesterday. I put in the oven. Like I did, like you don't make those, you just heat them, right? So I was like, you know what? If push comes to shove, I'll go to that corner store that is so overpriced and get a snack. But lunch is supposed to be catered, so hopefully, oh no, lunch is catered and she's also bringing snacks, my manager. So I'm like, okay, we should be okay. I'm gonna go back to driving in silence because once again, need every bit of peace before I start my shift. But I'll probably give you guys like a mid-shift during the lunch break update. But I'm expecting to be put through the ringer tonight. And then the one thing that's also kind of not irritating me, but that I'm like dreading is that I don't get to go home and just pass out. I also have to take all this fucking makeup off. You know, it's 3 days out of the year, Black Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then on Monday, we should be okay for a little bit until Christmas gets closer. We got this. I'm here and I definitely dragged it. It took me less than 1 minute to get a parking spot, but so I'm a full hour early to work. It's 12:06. It's damn near 1 in the morning. Black Friday whooped me. Like, we were busy, but like, it's just the clients asking stupid questions. I'm just using my Caudalie Vino Clean makeup remover and then just some regular Sephora Collection cotton rounds. It's just the clients asking stupid questions, the clients being mad, disrespectful, so rude. Like, we were busy, but we weren't like insanely busy. It was just a bunch of rude people. Like, a lady looked me dead in my face as she rolled over my foot with her stroller. People in line swearing that things are on sale that are not on sale. Because if you don't know, Sephora doesn't do like store-wide Black Friday. It's always like select items. It's these red circles that we call boings. And if there is a Boeing by that item, it is on sale. And usually on the Boeing, we'll write like the percentage and how much it is off. But they come with these like double-sided foam things, right? But those double-sided foam things that like we stick to the walls, stick to the display, have no freaking stick to them. It's terrible. So they fall off. But to combat that, we write the promo plus like very specifically what the item is. And people still be like, well, it says it's on sale. And like, it doesn't say that the Tarte tubing mascara, all sizes, is on sale. It says that the Tarte tubing mascara regular size is on sale. So you cannot get the jumbo for the sale price because the jumbo is not on sale.
That sign can't stop me because I can't read.
And then they're like upset that certain brands like don't participate in the sale. Trust me, lady, I want Danessa Myricks to be on sale too. That's my girl, and I need a new blurring balm in Universal because I'm almost out. Sorry that I'm doing this in low light. I'm just using, for whatever reason, my apartment has an overhead light in the shower. So I just have that light on because if I turn on the big light, I will crash out. And I'm not bringing a lamp in here right now. Also, if you're wondering, I have to put on my wrist brace. I'm about to take it off so I can wash my face with cleanser. But I have, trigger warning, gross, a cyst in my hand. And it's like, right now it's like sitting on my nerve. And it's fucking killing me. But like, trigger warning, you see this lump here? Like, that's not my wrist bone. That is the cyst in my hand. And I've had it for years. I've had a couple consultations with the doctor about removing it. But the doctor I went to doesn't want to take it out because he doesn't want to cut into my tattoo. And I'm like, guy, I don't care about a tattoo. Like, eventually, and I eventually want to get married. And if I take engagement photos and I have a cyst in my hand, like, that's gonna look awful. Mind you, I don't have a boyfriend. I had to put on my wrist brace because on the drive home, I went to go like pick up something in my car and my wrist was, it was a really sharp pain. When I got home, I dug out my wrist brace that I haven't needed in a really long time. Ugh, and I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna bring it to work tomorrow. But it, like, my wrist hurts so bad that I might wear it to sleep, which probably isn't a good thing. And if anyone's thinking like, oh, did you lift like weights wrong or something like that, I'm like, no, this is just like regular weird pain. Like, it's not injured pain. It's like there's a cyst sitting on my nerve type of pain. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I gotta sit down and redo my Google Calendar because realistically, like, I put in workouts for this weekend, realistically, a gym is not seeing me until at least Tuesday. At least. It's like damn near 1 in the morning, but your girl is so eepy. So I'm going to bed. I will see you at another time. All right, guys, it is Saturday evening, and I think I'm going to end the vlog here. Thank you for spending Thanksgiving week with me, and be good to yourself, be kind to your brain, and protect your peace. I will see you next week.